Oh, I'm up here in New Jersey. It's starting to snow. But need some coffee. That's good. Got my Rebuilding America fund set up. There's some other things that I'm going to do with it to get it more secured and protected. But for right now, I have the GoFundMe set up. It's just really hard right now because before I can get the people I need to take me serious, I need to have the money, at least showing that I'm getting money secured, so that we can start putting people together that will be willing to help with this and willing to put this program together. I mean, the reason I'm working with a $500,000 goal on GoFundMe is because I want to be able to get as close to 10 houses as possible for my first neighborhood. This way we'll be able to go into a town or neighborhood probably as close to St. Augustine as possible, since I'm from St. Augustine. I'm actually up in Trenton, New Jersey right now. I drive a truck for a living, as you can tell. I could do a lot easier things. I mean, I am a minister. I don't have to drive truck. I can do other things, but I don't know. I might do something with that shortly down the line here, but for right now, it's what I'm doing. I'm driving truck, but I am an ordained minister, so I don't have to do this for the rest of my life, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, once I get my program going off the ground, I think I might just leave trucking and do something with a ministry. But for now, I'm doing it while I'm driving a truck. It kind of makes it hard to launch this because I'm not someone, a lot of people that they do this, they're either someone who's working in the community, usually on a government level side. So they're just working out of their office and they're letting people that work for them actually do this work for them. But I work over 100 hours a week. I mean, I work anywhere from, on an easy week, I work 90 hours. On a really difficult week, I'm probably working closer to 120 hours. But 100 hours is the norm, probably. But, when you're working 100 plus hours a week, it's really hard to be doing that. And to be trying to launch something like this from the ground up. Because like I said, I'm not somebody in government. So I don't have my office staff doing stuff for me. I'm doing this all on my own. I'm putting this all together on my own. And that's another thing. This whole program is meant to have as little government interaction as possible in it, because I want as little taxpayer money as possible in this, because I want it to be done right. The last thing I want to do is to develop this program and to launch this program and to let this program be a trap like welfare. I'm not designing this program to hold people down so that they'll keep voting for me while I'm blaming somebody else. That is not at all what this is about. And that's another thing right now about, even though I am a minister, because I'm not doing anything with the ministry, I'm allowed to speak out about things like that. Once I start doing anything with the ministry, I can't speak out I can't speak out politically. I can't speak out against either party. And it really ties my hands a lot. I mean, there's ways around it to be involved in politics. Like a certain reverend I won't mention. And there's some other people too, but he's one of the big names that a lot of people will know. But I'm not going to call names out on people about that. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't want to do anything right now while I'm trying to build this, because I am politically outspoken, and I realize once I do anything, once I launch my ministry, I have to watch everything I say as far as political speech, so my hands will become tied very quickly. So that's something I'm going to have to be careful of, because I'm very outspoken politically. Even with the launch of this, I hold no ground at all as far as how I feel about Johnson and the welfare trap that he launched on the country. But yeah, my plan is coming together, and it's coming to the point. Like I said, that's the biggest thing right now. I set up the GoFundMe, and the biggest thing is I need to get it out there, and I've been putting it out on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and I've been trying to find different channels and different outlets throughout especially on Facebook, to get the word out there. And also through Twitter, I'm trying to reach out to different people now to gain attention to this, because I'm just a normal guy. I mean, yeah, I drive a truck for a living right now. Like I said, I don't have to, but I do. And I'm doing this. I can only afford to put, the little bit of time that I put in these videos, and then, about 30 minutes a day into actually putting the word out there on Twitter and putting the word out there on Facebook. So I'm literally doing this all on my own. I'm launching this whole thing on my own. And once I start getting where people are starting to put money through GoFundMe, then I can start, when I get, when I'm home in St. Augustine, I can start reaching out to people on the local side, so that we can start bringing the other aspects of this together to launch it and really prove that it can work. I mean, I put that, I don't really know how the GoFundMe works, but my goal is to, show 500,000 within 6 months. Because within 6 months, I figure within 6 months, I'm going to have all my plans the way I want it, all written down on paper, and then I can start reaching out to people. But like I said, I need to show them that the funds are there so that we can do it. And because of the homes that I know I can find and the way I want to do it, I figure I could probably anywhere from 5 to 10 homes. I'm hoping to do 7 or 8 is what I really want, but it's somewhere between 5 and 10. It's just going to depend on how much volunteer work I can get from other people, and the cost of materials, obviously, for some, because some of these homes, they pretty much anything we buy is going to need paint for sure. That's a given. But at the same time, by using our heads and looking for homes that as little damage as possible, so that we can try to keep where it's just paint and sheetrock. Definitely want to find homes where the roofs, they might have to be replaced in a couple years. That will be fine, but we don't want houses that a roof needs to be replaced on it right now. I know what I'm looking for. I know it because I'm looking for homes the same exact way as a home that I would want to move into. Is exactly what I'm looking for. Something that I would want to move into and know that I can fix it. So those are the kind of homes that I'm looking for. This way we can throw the paint in there and we can get people in them as quickly as possible and get people off the street. And like I said, I mean, the greatest thing is, the people that we give these homes to, we're going to definitely have them working with the contractors. This way here, they have a job reference. They're getting some kind of job training, and we're showing that they're no longer long-term unemployed. So, it's definitely not a welfare program that I'm looking to put together. It is a charity program, but it's not a welfare program. It's really meant just to get people on their feet and to really get people to start gaining their independence. But it's coming together. And I keep putting the word out there, and hopefully other people will put the word out there. And, I don't think I'm going to do a video every single day, but I definitely will try to do, 3 videos or so a week. So that, pretty much like every other day, I'll do a video. If we start getting donations, then you can do videos giving people updates of the donations and stuff that we're getting. But this is definitely something that, when people think grassroots, you can't get more grassroots than this. I mean, I'm one single person, and I'm the one launching this. I'm the one building this, and I'm doing it while I'm driving a truck, and I'm doing it while I'm working 100+ hours a week. Like I said, yeah, there is much easier things I can do to make a living in life. I mean, it's just for right now, this here is the route I choose to go, is driving a truck, but that's not a permanent, because as I said, I mean, for one, I'm an ordained minister, so I don't have to drive a truck. There's definitely other opportunities out there for me, but that's something that I'll probably, once I have this launched and have this going, then, because I want to be there, and I want to make sure that all this is coming together right, and I want to make sure that, there's no embezzlement of money, because that's what I used to do. I used to work loss prevention, and I was taught to catch people on how they embezzle money. That was actually my job. It wasn't, when I say loss prevention, people think, oh, I was the guy that went out and caught shoplifters. Yeah, I caught shoplifters. That was part of my job. But my main job was to find the people that were cooking our books and stealing from us. So anybody that I get in this, I want to make sure that I'm watching the money and making sure that nobody's stealing from the people we're trying to help, and nobody's stealing from the fund. That people are putting money in here to try to help these people. That's important to me, because we see it happen too much in government. It happens every day in government, and we see it happen with these other charities all the time. And I want to watch. I want to be there. So I'm not going to be able to keep driving truck once this hits the ground and starts rolling. That's for sure. I'm going to have to be there. I'm not going to have any choice but to be there, because there's not many people that can watch over the books that I would fully trust. It's because of what I do for a living. I see it. I know it firsthand. When you let people get that kind of power there, it's very hard for them to stay trustworthy. It was a challenge for me. It's a challenge, I mean, I was homeless. Me and my ex-wife, we were homeless for a year and a half. And because of the things that I was taught to do, I could have went to work for anybody and got on my feet really, really quick, very easily, because of the things I've been taught to do, and because of the way that I've been taught to steal and this and that, because they had to teach me these things so I could catch thieves. And it's very hard to be taught those things and still remain a honest person. And I've never taken advantage of that training. But it's very hard to find people like that. It's hard to teach people to do that stuff and then they not take advantage of it for their own well-being. I've even had, unfortunately, I've had people that I trained when I worked for the corporation that I worked for, that I trained them how to steal and how to cook the books and how to do all this stuff. And unfortunately, 2 people, they crossed that line, and, had to have them arrested and had to have them put in jail. It's not an easy thing. So I know firsthand how hard it will be for me to find somebody that I can trust to run this for me. So I'm going to have to be there, the one that's running it. So I know I'm not going to be driving truck forever. Once this launches, my truck driving career from that point forward is going to be very short-lived. But for right now, I'm going to continue driving truck while I'm putting this all together. And my goal is in 6 months to be able to start putting a team together. And in it, realistically, in 12 months, I want to be actually redoing the very first house. That's my real goal within 12 months. To be stepping foot into the first house and breaking ground on the first house. That's my goal. If I can make it happen or not, I don't know. I mean, I might be able to make it happen sooner. I might be able to make it happen as early as 7 to 8 months. But that's my goal. So this is the update on it. Just to let you know what I'm doing and where it's going, and to let you know a little bit more about me. I imagine as we go through this, anybody who decides to get behind this program, you're definitely going to want to watch any kind of update video I do, and you're going to get to know me more and more. You're probably going to get to know some people in my life at some point in time. My girlfriend, my stepson. Some of our friends, some of the people that we bring into the program that will be helping. And then definitely once it's launched, I mean, you'll definitely start meeting the people that we're helping and getting off the street, and you'll be able to watch them gain their independence. And it's going to be an interesting journey. But I put the link in here for the GoFundMe. Like I said, this is very early on. The GoFundMe's only been up for 48 hours so far now, I believe. So I might not even be 48 hours. It might be closer to 36 hours. It's between 36 and 48 hours ago I put up the GoFundMe, I believe. Sometimes it's hard for me to keep track of time driving a truck. I don't live day by day. I live in 14-hour shifts. Actually, I live more in 16-hour shifts, but 14-hour shifts legally. But, all right. Thank you for watching, and get the word out there, please. Definitely the GoFundMe. It has the very first video that shows what the hope is, and from there, people can link to my YouTube channel and they can follow these follow-up videos. But the very first video about what this is really, my program, and what I'm really trying to do and everything, it's right there. It's on the GoFundMe. When you click on the GoFundMe, instead of a banner picture, I actually have the video there. So, thank you very much. And see where we go from here.